Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today what I have for you guys is this week's GTA Online update. Reminder, of course, we're getting the brand new weekly event early Thursday morning, and on Wednesdays here on my channel I talk about all of the news because Rockstar always previews that information to select community accounts about 12 hours early or so before the update actually goes live in game. But nonetheless, we are getting all new money bonuses, big discounts, free vehicles, extra rewards, and everything this week. This is going to be your reminder for the past week in GTA in case you're brand new to the game. You hear about the weekly updates and you want to jump in, or of course if you just missed out on the past week in GTA Online, you don't have to go scrolling back last week through my channel because I upload daily. There's a lot going on here on this channel, so I'll save you the trouble. This is the video you want to watch in case you missed out on the past 5 days, because there's some really good opportunities both with free money rewards as well as removed vehicles you don't want to miss out on, including some free vehicles you can unlock in this game, one of them being this vehicle right here. I will be showing you it later in this video, so make sure to stick around. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning back in, and let's get started. We're here at my bottom dollar bail enforcement office because we have a bunch of things in related to GTA money at the bail office this week that you want to make sure you take advantage of. So quickly for the bonuses, we do have double money on the bail enforcement staff income. Basically, as long as you buy your bail enforcement agents right here, press right on the D-pad if you're on controller, you could send them out to do some work for you. They will accrue usually about $15,000 a day, but of course with double money, that will be $30,000 every single 48 minutes that these guys can generate for you. We also have double money in RP on the wildlife photography mode, as well as double money in RP on the overtime rumble adversary mode. Those are our bonuses this week, and you know, if you're thinking they're not that great, I would agree with you. But let's talk about a way for you to make some extra money, say if you want to make some money back from the bottom dollar bail enforcement business, because of course this was a very expensive property to actually buy in this game. Let's talk about the weekly challenges as well as the free money rewards. So this week's weekly challenge is actually very simple here in this game. All you need to do is secure 8 bail office targets and you will be rewarded with $100,000. I'm actually working on that right now in between when I'm recording this video, so I'm about to do my last one coming up next. But nonetheless, 8 targets, you get 100 grand. Now let's break it down further. If you secure 3 most wanted targets, if you log into your PC, secure 3 red most wanted targets, you'll be rewarded with $100,000. And if you secure 5 bounty targets, you'll also be rewarded with another 100K. So 5 of the blue, 3 of the red. As long as you do 5 blue and 3 red, you will make the 100,000 for each of those challenges. For the weekly challenge, because of course that's just 8 targets in total, 3 for the 3 most wanted for 100K, and 5 for the 5 standard bounty targets for 100K. Or you could do any combination. Say if you don't want to do the most wanted targets, just do 8 of these. You'll get the 5 standard target bounty challenge reward as well as the extra 100K for the weekly challenge. Or you could do 7 of the most wanted, as long as you've been working throughout the week, and do 1 standard for that. Whatever you want to do, as long as you do 5 of these, you'll get 100K. Do 3 of these, you'll also get 100K. And as long as you complete 8 any combination of bounties in total, you'll also get 100K for that. So $300,000 this week for content you're probably already doing here in GTA 5 Online. Now that being said, like I said earlier, it's not a fantastic money-making opportunity this week, but you might as well do it at least just to get the few extra $100,000 right there if you're already playing the game. But moving on, let's talk about the discounts this week. On Legendary Motorsport, the Ubermacht Rebla GTS is 30% off for the next couple days. It is on sale for $822,500. Make sure you pick this up. The Vapid Stanier LE Cruiser is also 30% off, so the trade price is just going to be under $2.5 million. The standard retail price is just under $3.3 million. The Buckingham Alpha Z1 is going to be 30% off as well, on sale for $1.116 million. The DeClassy Granger 3600 LX, you can get this for just over $1 million this week at 30% off. The Albany Brigham is also 30% off. You can get it for $1.049 million this week. At Benny's, if you head to the stock section, scroll down to the Bravado Yuga. The Bravado Yuga isn't 30% off, but if you buy the Bravado Yuga for $195,000 and you want to convert it to the Bravado Yuga Classic 4x4 as a Benny's conversion kit upgrade, well then that is exactly what is going to be 30% off. So you'll spend just over $1 million buying the car and upgrading it here for 30% off this week. The Karen Futo GTX is also going to be 30% off. It's going to cost you $834,750. Now in addition to that, we have 2 removed vehicles which are also 30% off that we're going to talk about, and I'll showcase how and where you can actually unlock these vehicles this week. They are the ANIS S80RR as well as the Ocelot XA21. Like I said, these are removed vehicles, but they're also discounted this week, so they're 2 vehicles you definitely want to try and pick up, and we're going to talk about those next. The Diamond Casino and Resort podium vehicle that you can win for the next couple days is the Declasse Drift Yosemite. Now, this is a $1.3 million vehicle at its full retail price that you can get for free if you're lucky enough to win it off the lucky wheel. Of course, it's based off of Ken Block's Ford F-150 Huna truck, but at the same time, it's also mirroring the design of the second-gen Chevrolet C10. Either way, this thing's awesome. You got those massive dual turbochargers on the hood. It's great with the drift upgrades. Highly recommend you try and apply them. It's a sweet truck that you can win this week. So nonetheless, we are going to go to the lucky wheel, try and spin the wheel and win it this week. Always grab our daily visitor chips as well. Every single Tuesday in my weekly update reminders, I like to just introduce a lucky wheel spin just to have it. You know, it's fun. I think everyone does this in game. If they're actively playing, we're not going to get the car. We are going to get 7,500 RP. And as always, like I said, don't forget your daily visitor chips, and you'll be good to go right there. Now let's head to the LS Car Meet. Well, I was going to show you the LS Car Meet prize ride inside of the LS Car Meet, but I forgot once you actually complete the prize ride challenge and claim the vehicle, it's no longer on the truck. Same thing with the podium vehicle, but nonetheless, this week's LS Car Meet prize ride is the Vapid Dominator GTX, and in order to unlock this vehicle, you need to win LS Car Meet Series races for 3 days in a row, so hopefully you've been putting in some progress towards that so you don't miss out. Nonetheless, this car will normally cost you $725,000. It released with the San Andreas Super Sports Series update. Basically, as a Dominator goes in this game, it's very slow. It doesn't have the best acceleration or top speed, but I think it's the easiest Dominator to drive because the traction is incredible. And is it because this car just has great traction and handling in general? I think it's because the car just goes so slow that it's like literally impossible for it to lose grip. But nonetheless, I did review this as well as the Declasse Drift Yosemite podium vehicle in my free vehicles update and review and performance review from a couple days ago, which I will have linked in the description down below if you want to check it out, so you can see, you know, if it's worth continuing with the prize ride challenge so you can actually get this car here in game. What I can show you, however, at the LS Car Meet is the test drive vehicles, and if you are on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, then this week's premium test ride vehicle is the Declasse Vigoro ZX, which you'll be able to find over there on the left. But nonetheless, jumping into the normal 3 we have available on all platforms for all players, let's start off the Dubachi Massacro. You can buy it for $385,000. It's a removed vehicle, so automatically you should look into it. It's got a competitive enough top speed of 123 miles an hour. It can keep up with the Zentorno and the Turismo R. I would say the braking is where it excels, but the handling during high-speed cornering is like okay. There's just a little bit of a challenge you may encounter with it. Nonetheless, sweet car. After that, we have the Ocelot XA21. This is also a 30% off vehicle like I was talking about before. You can get it for $1,662,500. A visually striking hypercar. Top speed is almost 123 miles an hour. It has the best exhaust notes in the entire game, in my opinion. It's based on the Jaguar CX-75, and I would say the handling and performance is pretty well-rounded. It's balanced. It's got a nice aerodynamic profile, so it should be at least, at the very least, balanced, if not exceptional. And I would say while the speed isn't like the strong suit of the car, the handling and the traction you get on the track is where this car really excels. Same with 30% off the ANIS S80RR we have featured here. $1,802,500 is the purchase price. Of course, it's a standout in the supercar class. It's got top-notch acceleration because it's an endurance racer, a competitive top speed of 123 miles an hour as well. It's got super sharp and stable handling, and it's excellent for races with lots and lots of sharp turns. It's based on sort of like the Nissan R90C, but at the same time, it really looks like a Mazda 787B in my opinion. The only unfortunate thing is it doesn't have the cool Mazda orange and green livery. That's actually on the ANIS. I forget which vehicle it is, but it's another endurance racer. It looks nothing like the Mazda 787B nonetheless. But here we go. This is where we have these 3 in game. They're all really good. I'd actually recommend you pick up all of these this week if you can afford them. Now let's check out all the vehicles here that you can get at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport. Of course, we have a bunch of removed vehicles featured back this week. So let's start off with the ANIS Silvestra. Of course, this is available for just over $1 million here. You get the merged aesthetics from 1970s Japanese coupes. You get robust performance on this car. Top speed is 117 miles an hour. Traction is great for those sharp turns. It also comes weaponized. You can actually feature front-mounted and front-facing machine guns on here. That's going to add some versatility to all your combat scenarios, depending on, you know, what different missions you're doing in game and things like that. This is a pretty sweet car. Highly recommend you get it this week considering it is a removed vehicle. After that, we do have the Declassy Lifeguard. I do want to apologize for my weekly update guide where I said you can go pick it up from the lifeguard station at the beach. It appears that Rockstar patched that. You know, that method has been working to get this truck ever since the game released, and now it's patched as of the last DLC update, I'm pretty sure. But nonetheless, this is an $865,000 vehicle. You can't have people and your friends hang off the side on the side steps, so you do have reduced capacity compared to the standard Granger, which you can carry 6 people because, of course, 4 in the actual vehicle itself and then 2 hanging off the sides. You can't do that with this because of all the emergency equipment up top, but nonetheless, it is a unique vehicle, collector's item. Would recommend you get that. Next up, we have the Volcar Nebula Turbo, $820,000. It's a sports classics contender with performance similar to probably the Futo, I would say closely, but it's heavy. It's got really bad traction. If you're interested in 1970s Volvo 242 GTs and you don't mind like the handling being really heavy and the bouncy suspension and overall the fact that it's not really competitive in races, it could be worth picking up because this one comes with a cool livery. Moving on, we do have the Western Cliffhanger. It's a $225,000 almost like chopper and trial bike fused bike here in this game. It's pretty cool. Top speed's 125 miles an hour. It has excellent handling, and I would say the best part about it is the wheelie capability of this bike. And then probably one of the best options you can get this week because of the price and also the fun factor, it is the BF Bifta. This is a dune buggy with a very deceptive appearance in my opinion. You get a super fast top speed of 108 miles an hour, which isn't fast in comparison to hypercars and sports cars and things like that. But for this little thing, that's pretty fast, I would say. Got solid acceleration. It's great on all sorts of off-road terrain. Of course, it's a dune buggy. It's not a rock crawler, so you can't climb over massive boulders with it, but hit the desert trails, hit the dirty side streets up by Sandy Shores and Paleto Bay, things like that. And it's a super fun car to drive. I guess overall, the braking is probably, quote unquote, poor on paper, but it's not bad when you're actually applying it while driving on the street. Same thing with the handling, super snappy. It's just a fun vehicle to drive, and it only costs you $75,000. At the chop shop, you can see we have the following vehicle robberies available until the next weekly update that's just starting on Thursday morning. So jumping in, the Karen Previan we'll start off with. This is this week's standard range vehicle featured in the podium robbery. The Albany VSTR is this week's mid-range vehicle, and you will steal it in the Duggan robbery. And then on the left, we have the Pagasi Ignis, of course, this week's top-range vehicle featured in the Gangbanger robbery. None of these are claimable this week, unfortunately. At the gun van this week, let's remind you guys what's on offer. So we do have the machete featured here. We do have the military rifle if you want to pick this up. I mean, who doesn't love an AUG in GTA Online, or any shooter for that matter? We have the flare gun, the advanced rifle, the marksman pistol, as well as the normal SMG. Now you can't see it because I have the SMG upgraded to Mark II in my game, but nonetheless, that's what we have this week. The military rifle is going to be 30% off for GTA Plus members, so you absolutely should pick it up because this discount is basically sitting there otherwise waiting for you to use it. For everyone else, the advanced rifle is going to be 40% off this week. This is actually a severely underrated rifle. I know everyone loves, the special carbine Mark II. They think that's the best in the game. The carbine rifle Mark II is awesome. I love the service carbine as well, but don't sleep on the advanced rifle. If you don't have it, pick it up. It's 40% off this week. Time trials, premium race, things like that. Let's go over it. So, of course, this week's time trial is Lake Vinewood Estates, par time of 1 minute 26 seconds. If you're on next gen, your HSW time trial for this week is North Chumash to Palomino Heights, and then this week's premium race is Crossing Paths, and it is locked to the Sports Classics category. With all that said, though, that's all I want to talk to you guys about in this video. Of course, this is your GTA Online weekly update reminder before we get our brand new GTA Online weekly event dropping early Thursday morning at about 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. Of course, convert that to your local time zone to find out when it drops for you. But of course, tomorrow, make sure to tune back in because I will be discussing all of the new changes we're getting, money bonuses, discounts. If we ever get some new content, there is a little bit of drip feed left, but it's nothing exceptional. We don't have any vehicles or anything like that left to release, but we have a little bit of content that could come our way. I don't think it's going to come tomorrow or on Thursday, excuse me, but nonetheless, stay tuned to the channel for that video. I will talk about everything new in the game, money bonuses, discounts, free rewards, all of that, removed vehicles, free vehicles, etc. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at HazardousHDTV. I live stream GTA as well as Red Dead several times a week. We'd love to have you as part of that community over on there. And again, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.